The views expressed on this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now listening to the Allen and DJ Show on 103.5 FM WLSP-LP, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. We're here to talk about self-improvement, lifestyle, and becoming the very best version of yourself.
You're now listening to the Allen and DJ Show.
Yo, yo, yo. Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas, man. I know what time this is. It's time for the Allen and DJ podcast show. And, of course, I'm Allen.
And this is your boy, DJ.
DJ, how you feeling out there, man?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Man, it's a cold, cold world, man.
Man, it is.
Cold, cold world. You know, Bambi threw me some things out there today that she want me to touch on. Because one of her dear friends is going through these type of situations right now. And we know other people that are going through these type of situations right now. And this is a more serious show today, a more serious topic. And without further ado, you know, we're going to kick it to you that, only the way the Allen and DJ Show is accustomed to bringing it to you. So today, DJ, I want to talk about key signs of emotional and physical abuse.
Okay.
Now, we talked about addictions and different types of, addictions and stuff like that. But as I was, scrolling down the Rolodex, man, I was thinking, as Bambi the Deer was laying these things on me, man, I said, man, you know what? That's something that needs to be talked about because somebody out here in the world going through this, man. So, hopefully this show can help you out. And, hopefully, you can get the help that you deserve and need. So, without further ado, let's get this thing started, man.
All right.
So, bullet point number 1, I want to talk about constant being criticized and belittled.
Oh, man.
Now, that's a sign when it comes to physical and emotional abuse. But why is that, though, DJ?
Because, it's basically like a tactic being used by abusers to exert control and undermine the victim's self-esteem.
Yeah. So, I always say that understand the signs and understand that the signs like emotional abuse in a relationship is very critical.
Absolutely.
Because that's where it starts from, making you feel bad about yourself, or they start calling you names and you fat, or you ugly anyway. Don't nobody want you but me, and you lucky I want you. And then if you're weak-minded, seriously, you start to believe these things.
Absolutely.
And abuse can often it can manifest itself into physical.
Yep.
So, there's subtle ways and difficult to recognize it at first because they might crack little jokes with you, or, how they play hit. But, that play hit start turning into something serious and they see you ain't going to do something about it. Or, they take that step further and probably they snap on you a little bit. And you're like, no, I'm so sorry. No, girl, just leave. I made him so mad. And here it goes, and that's how it starts.
Absolutely. But it can also lead to long-lasting damage to a person's mental health, and it affects the person's identity and self-worth.
Oh, seriously, it could start with name calling, or criticizing you, or constantly criticism about something that you're doing. It can also start to intentionally hurt your self-esteem over time. Emotional and physical abusers they like to hide their insecurities. So they may use these as far as even throwing jokes at you because they're insecure within themselves.
Absolutely.
And they also claim give me. So they basically like to give you simple things like constructive feedback, or they'll tell you that you're being overly sensitive. I was just playing. Once they start to see that I might have really took it too far. So them are to me subtle signs that you want to watch out for.
Absolutely.
And just man, that's this is a serious topic today because. I know people go through stuff like this. Yeah. This is for real, man.
And sometimes people go through this. When they go through it, they don't they don't reach out to nobody because of like the embarrassment and stuff of like them going through it, or like it stays quiet and it doesn't never get out in the open. And it needs to get out in the open, because like if it doesn't, because the situation will never get resolved if it's never out in the open.
And it could pretty much lead to your demise if you're not careful.
Absolutely.
Because like that one blow can be it. So even some male going to get like physically abused.
Oh,
believe it
yeah.
or not just mentally, but physically too.
Yep.
And bullet point 2, isolation from family and friends.
Oh man.
So DJ, this is serious, man. Because now here's the point where they feel like I can't gain control unless I get you away from your family and friends.
Absolutely. This is basically like a tactic used by the abuser to like control and manipulate their victims by making them increasingly dependent on them.
Yeah. So emotional abusers use this tactic very well to, I guess, to make you think like they're the only one that you need. Mm-hmm. So they go to great lengths to get you away from family members or people that like support you, because they know that they can't control you or do what they want to do as long as these people are around. So they have to get you away from them. They might even make you like, they might even like make you feel like discouraged. Mm-hmm. They also probably like flat out to prevent you from like hanging or contacting your loved ones. They might do social like isolation to intentionally make you have an effort to move more like dependent on them instead of like dependent on yourself, and try to eliminate any like outside influences. Because if I could like use this tactic, it's like, man, you see your sister, like she want to be you, man, she always in our business, you know, it's like I think you just need to cut her off, because man, you together, we could do this. And I take care of you, like you don't even gotta work no more. Like Trayon, are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious, baby. I got you. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell you what we gonna do. Boom, 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 right? And then all of a sudden, you start becoming like dependent on them. Mm-hmm. And then once they know that you have no other outlet, no other family support or anything like that, here comes the control.
Oh yeah, they start off as like a smooth talker, and then like once they get to that point, once they get you where they need you to be, then all of a sudden that's when the control starts to happen.
It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde.
Yeah,
it turns to a whole nother personality, and you're like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, money for what? Who you trying to go out with your friends? I don't like them. You don't need to be around them no way. I should be all you need. And you're like, you know what I'm saying? And now like she like confused, like you got to move way out here in the boondocks somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now like you controlling her.
Absolutely.
Way out here in Baraboo somewhere, controlling her now. I'm telling you.
No, but like what the abuser would do is like he'll start with like little small demands, and then it'll escalate into more like restrictions on social interactions.
So, they get you to, like, depend on them. They try to eliminate any outside influences. And they also try to assure, like, nobody will challenge their emotions or abusive behavior or try to even convince that you are being treated poorly. Because why? Nobody's around. Mm-hmm. It's just y'all two, so he can all he want to. What'd you say? Fix me a plate. And you're like, whoa, like, dude, chill out. Like, he don't want none of that around, because now he can control you.
Yeah.
How you dependent on him. So, once you start seeing those type of signs that they're trying to isolate you from people, hey, you see that front door right there? Everybody, go look at your front and back doors right now. You better run out of one of them or jump out the window, because it's gonna be a wrap. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
And then bullet point 3, feeling like you're walking on eggshells.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, because DJ, now at this point, they constantly being belittled. Mm-hmm. Now, like he or she got you in the boondocks. He isolated you from your family and your friends now, so you have like no support system. Like you go, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? That's what they want to hear you say. And now they get to make you wear what they want you to wear and all that stuff, right? Now, like, you don't want to upset them. So now here's the point where you feel like you're walking on eggshells. Break that down to us, DJ.
Basically, like when you feeling like you're walking on eggshells, what the person does is like, I mean, the person that's walking on eggshells is basically like constantly on edge. They worry about the reaction of the other person, but they also avoid certain actions, trigger words that prevent conflict. Meaning, like, if you say dog, like for an example, like you say dog, you're gonna not say dog because that might trigger him to like, or her to like react or to even physically put harm to you because maybe they had a dog that they loved the most and then all of a sudden that dog died. So that brings up a trigger.
Yeah. So, you know, constantly living in fear of triggering like your partner mood swings.
Mm-hmm.
Also, anger and hallmarks of like emotional abuse in a relationship. And sometimes, like unpredictably, you know what I'm saying, it can have tension where you live like and cause extreme like anxiety. And it also could cause stress and like a negative impact to your well-being because you're so afraid of, I don't want to upset her or him. You know, where you're like, girl, you come in, just please don't bring this up. Or you say this, he gonna kick my butt tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because she got to feel like she walking on eggshells, or he might have to feel like he has to walk on eggshells because I'm just saying, like, there are women out here that beat men too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you very rarely see it, but like it's true.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
strong too.
I mean, I heard some upstairs when I was little. He's like, please don't do this to me. I'm like, and then like he come up, he's like, hey man, what's up, dog? He's like,
Yep.
bro, that was you screaming? Wow. And she like 5'2".
Yep.
But then like behind closed doors, please. I'm like,
A little woman pack a punch.
right, she must be doing something. I had to go up there one time. And she had a belt on him and whoop him with a belt, but
Wow.
like I said to say this, DJ, before I kick the can to you.
Okay.
You might think that you should feel like you need to be on your best behavior, right? Because they can mentally like exhaust you, or sometimes they, you know, you feel often like, damn, you know, like I just had like a like what you call that a flutter experience with what I went through the first couple times to him, because I know when he tanked up, you know, like he gonna be on one, so. She got to constantly make sure that, you know, she got this in order, that in order, stressing out about his bed not made up right. He like his food at a certain temperature. If not, he gon' or she
Yep.
gon' So, you know, like,
Sound like pimp slaps.
that's necessary to gain perspective on, like, emotional troll is like, you know, talking, you know, so, yeah, like, basically pimp slap him. Like, no,
Yep.
seriously, like, but that's exhausting, though, man.
It is. No, but like what this basically leads up to is a toxic relationship dynamic, or a relationship imbalance where like the victim is always on guard and they can't really express their true feelings.
Yeah. Because let's say like you don't know no better. You're like, girl, later on we're gonna go to the shh. All right, black as a mud at this point. In there. You're like, look, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Or homie, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like you can't say nothing. Like, you know, come on, man. Like, I can't say, you can't go out tonight. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I just don't want to. Anything going good? And then like, what's up with your eye? I tripped to hit the door. Now, come on, stop playing with me, man. You know what I'm saying?
They said that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or now I picked up the baby and the baby hit me and my girl. And you know how I do it. And you like, stop playing. Is he jumping on you? Like, talk to me. Just down my business, okay? And we doing just fine. Man, you missing one front tooth. Come on, man. Stop playing now. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say this. I try to be lighthearted about it. But in all seriousness, though, you know, like, they felt like they had to walk on eggshells. Like, they, I mean, because, like, he didn't got them to that point. And in his mind, he trained them
Yeah.
to get him to this point. So if you feel like, you know, if I say one or two things, like, that's out of pocket, he gon' or she gon' you know how that go. So, and then bullet point 4, you know, gaslighting and manipulation.
Oh, gaslighting is used all the time.
Use all
bro.
the time. So break that down for them, DJ, who,
Oh, yeah.
for people who really don't know about gaslighting.
Gaslighting is basically a form of psychological manipulation, which can lead to emotional distress and physical harm. it involves repeated denial and twisted facts, making the victim question their own memories or feelings.
So say like I cheated on you, and you found something through my phone, and you like, let me see your phone. Like you said that you weren't gonna do this again. Now at this point, I know you're getting stronger, and I'm like, man, you know, like I told you I'm not gonna do nothing. You know, then let me see your phone. Then all of a sudden, now you flipping it on you. Maybe you know what? Is you cheating on me? I knew you was. You're like, what do you mean? I've been here all week. You getting all weak and stuff. He's like, nah, you know what? Forget it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go and step on. Donnie! I thought you screaming, Donnie! Then he's smiling. He like, now like he know he got you. So with gaslighting, it's a form of psychology, emotional manipulation that makes you question yourself, memory, or your reality. And being consciously gaslighted can cause confusion, self-doubt. It underestimates your confidence, and it causes you to like rely on your physical abuse partner.
Absolutely. Because
that's what they want you to do, to keep relying on them, whether if it's for money, anything.
Yeah, basically, like what it does is like it leaves the victim anxious and insecure about themselves. But it's often like a silent killer, meaning like it's often quiet and hidden. So because it's hidden and it's quiet, you can't catch the signs right away. So like when it's going on, or like when they are twisting your facts and stuff like that, it's dormant. And once it's out in once you catch the sign and once it's out in the open, it's too late. Now the effects have been done. So now the manipulation comes. Now the control comes. And you can't like will it back because of the fact that now you done let this escalate.
And then, gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse. And that can cause some serious long-term effects on your mental health, man. And your mental just in general. You know what I'm saying? That could lead to deeper emotional trauma. So by the next time you get into like the next relationship, you just don't, hey, are you cheating on me? I know you are. You're like, dude, I don't know what you done went through in that last relationship. I'm not that dude. I keep telling you that. But that's because the emotional trauma now that she has because of what she been through. She might have went through so much.
Absolutely.
So, let's watch out for stuff like that. And bullet point 5, blaming yourself for their problems and feelings.
Oh, man.
So you see this a lot in reality and in movies.
You do.
So why do they blame themselves though, DJ? Like why do they blame themselves for the abuser's thoughts, emotions, and feelings?
Because like it basically like gives the abuser a reason for why they're acting the way that they are. Basically giving them an excuse for their particular actions.
For an example, baby, I promise you like, I'm not a bad guy. I'm not like this. But sometimes you make me like this. I don't want to be like this. I'm a good guy. Then you get to crying and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do. And it make you feel all bad and stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And, and they trying to tell you that, hey, look, like, this not me. This not who I am. But sometimes you make me this way because I love you so much. Mm-hmm. It's not love, man. No, love ain't supposed to hurt like that.
Yeah.
So, like, most emotional abusers take away from any sort of responsibility for their actions. Sometimes they even blame it on you. It's your fault that I'm like this. You made me like this. You did. Yes, you did. It either. Or he. You know what I'm saying? So, and then also they like to shift the blame on the victim instead of taking the blame for their own selves and being a cause of their own problems. Their tendencies deflect on avoiding accountability, which means they don't have the chance to change their emotions of abusive behavior. So unfortunately, it can also cause guilt, make you feel guilty, or have a sense of obligation that you need to make things better for them.
Absolutely.
Like, I just need you to be home more. You always with your friends. You've been out since 3 o'clock in the morning. I was worried about you. Where have you been? You know what? I'm not going to talk about this, Don. Talk to me! Like, going crazy. So, watch out for stuff like that, man. For real.
No, like you're right about that, Al. Like, it is a lack of, accountability. But it's a lack of accountability for their particular actions. And it's also a form of, emotional manipulation.
No, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because it started making you feel like, okay, so now, you blaming yourself for why they feeling like that. No, I shouldn't have made them mad. After you got done smacking you, You dropped all the plates out your hand. Now you picking up the plates, and your girlfriend's like, "Girl, you need to leave this bum." You know, like, I can't believe you dealing with this right now with dudes. You need to leave her. Like, you the first one I ever seen let a girl smack you around. And she smacked you so hard that you had to flip over the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Even Will laugh.
So, you know, like, oh, no, bro. You ain't my boy no more, nah. But, but for real, though, man, you know, like, they get to feeling guilty, and, you know, like, they feel like, oh, no, like, it's my fault that he is way. If I would have just made his water a little bit more hotter, he wouldn't be mad right now. But that's that's you taking the blame for their own problems. Mm-hmm. You got to stop saving them, because that's only going to turn into bullet point 6, extreme jealousy and possessiveness now.
Nah, this getting deep.
Now, like, it's getting real deep, man, because this ain't no joke, DJ.
Yeah.
This ain't no joke. So, like, when you talk about extreme jealousy or possessiveness, what comes to your mind?
Ownership, man.
I feel like they own a whole human being.
Yeah.
Don't nobody own us but God.
Absolutely.
But you make them feel like they can, because you basically saying, like, you're all my God.
Mm-hmm.
So controlling your behavior, jealousy, are classic red flags of, like, emotional abuse that can eventually turn into physical abuse. Mm-hmm. Your partner might be watching your every move, your interaction, accusing you of, like, infidelity or being disloyal, or you disrespected him because his friend probably gave you a compliment and then he don't like now what you got on. Did I tell you not to wear this? Did I tell you not to wear this? Get in the house, you know, and like, oh, at a party. Because his friend, you know what I'm saying, gave your woman a compliment, like a compliment, and he laughing at all, but he don't really like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that turned into him choosing to accusing you of being like, probably spending time with others, and you're like, man, dude, it's just a friend. You've been over there too long. You like you really enjoying this company, and then and that starts turning to like possessiveness, and that's not good, man.
Nah, man. Like when it comes down to like extreme jealousy and like possessiveness, like it's either like that person wants you all to themselves, or they don't want you to do better than them, because if you do better than them, then that means that they don't have that control or have that them tactics. They don't basically have those that control over you. So whenever you leave, then they lose that power and they lose that control over you.
And then like possessiveness is often a strategy for them to eventually have dominance over your whole life.
Absolutely.
Because now at this point that you gave them so much control that to the point where you start to feel like they're becoming your God at this point.
Yep.
And they have you, what I'm saying, calling them like a certain name, and like you gotta do everything that they want you to do. If not, you win for it. So, just watch out for stuff like that. When you see your partner start getting like extremely jealous and possessive, them are like early red flags. Like, hey, I need to refrain from getting into this before I get into this, because partner, I don't like how you acting right now. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out for stuff like that.
Yeah. And
then bullet point 7, they're monitoring and controlling your actions now.
Oh yeah.
So if they're acting extremely jealous and possessive, now the next step they're gonna do is start monitoring and controlling you.
Yep.
So DJ, like, how does this tie into signs of emotional and physical abuse, man?
Basically, what this is it's a sign of manipulation where the abuser seeks to exert power and dominance over their victim. Basically, like leaving that person powerless, telling you where to go, how to dress, and what to cook, or even like who to hang out with.
Yeah. And what time you need to be back, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And abusers sometimes can manipulate behaviors and controlling tactics like to overpower your delegated to your behavior. So like they might monitor communication, tell you who you once again who you could talk to, who you can't talk to. They would attempt to restrict you from like any type of aspects of your life, certain activities that you like to do. Mm-hmm. Now they restricting. You don't need to go to no gym. What you trying to go to the gym for? Who you trying to look good for? Let me find out what's going on. And you and him gonna get messed up. Mm-hmm. That's now that's like being controlling. Or let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. Yeah. Now you're going crazy. You looking, okay, Yeah, you know, like it better not be nobody. So then you're like, dang, you know, like what can I do at this point? He might even start controlling your finances, your social engagements, personal choices that you make, in effort for you to chip any sense of independence. Because remember, at the end of the day, when it comes to abusers and their characteristics, they want you to have no independence. They want you only to depend on them.
You know what's crazy, Al, is the fact that like monitoring and controlling your actions can get to the point to where like you're monitoring like how many hours that person works at their job, dude. Yeah. To where like,
bro, like we
who
seen
got
that long
time for
time
all
ago.
that?
yeah, dog, like
For real,
that, it happens
that.
for real, man. Like old girl would be like, I'm finna quit. I'm like, why you finna quit? It was like, my husband want me at home 24/7. I'm like, And I'm like, you don't see that as a red flag? Oh, nah, I don't. I want to be a stay-at-home mom anyway. I'm like, yeah, that's not good, dude.
Nah. And then I remember back then we used to get off at 2:30. This one chick used to leave at like 1:45, 2 o'clock. She had to.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, like, you know, like, man, what's going on? No, like I gotta be on before 3. Or, you know, or else, you know, like parts get tanked up and here it go.
Yep.
Oh, shout out to Erica. You know, Erica was here today. Shout out to Erica.
Oh yeah.
So you know, like, them are things that you have to watch out for. Now they're controlling your phone. They're controlling your social media. How long you been on there? Get off that internet. Like you a kid or something.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but it's like that, though. Seriously. You know, like, it's like that. So I just say, you know, we start getting into stuff like that, man. Watch out. Like, just like DJ just said. Like, you can only work 15, 20 hours a week. Yeah, but you said full time. No, I have to cut my hours. And you're like, what's going on? Because he don't want you to have any source of independence, because then eventually you won't need him anymore.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
And then bullet point 8, dismissive or withholding affection. Now, intentionally withholding affection, love, or approval is a way to dominate or punish you. So she might want to get on the couch and start kissing her. Don't touch me. Who was he today? You know, what you talking about? I saw you over there. You was over there talking to him for a long time. You were smiling. You think he's better than me? No, get back here. I'm not done with you. They grabbing her and stuff. But, like, so, you know, like, I'm just saying dirty because, like, you get to that point, and then, like, it's a common strategy for them to use a crude behavior to use that to make you act desperate or act like acceptance and acting, like, in a like positive reinforcement of within over time. It makes you believe that you're unworthy, you're undeserving, or like attention of love. Like, it's like imbalance. Like, now, like, they want the power to shift their way. So with them, like, withholding affection from you and with them being dismissive, it make you feel like, I'm sorry, okay, please, I don't like this. No, I'm saying, no, like, he's smiling because he got you.
With the dismissive behavior, like, it basically creates a sense of isolation, like what Al said earlier, and emotional distance, which makes it difficult for the victim to seek help or communicate their feelings.
Yeah. Because at this point, you know, something like they feel like, hey, like, you know what, like, I ain't got nobody, you know, like, I don't want him to, like, you know, withhold anything from me because you're the last little piece of string that she has left. So if you withholding, like, affection from her and all that, that's like a manipulation tactic to make her feel bad, to just make her feel so depressed about herself. And, you know, like, that's not good, man.
And then also, like, with withholding affection, like, basically, like, that leads to, like, the lack of trust and emotional detachment, which a victim may feel like their partner does not value their presence or their feelings.
Yeah. So I'll just be like, yo, you know, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, like, at this point, you know, like, I thought I was doing all the right things. I'm saying all the right things, and he, you know, like, he just withholding, like, affection from you. Just you know, just being very, like, he have, like, a dismissive attitude. You're like, are you okay? Please talk to me. You haven't said anything all day. I don't feel like talking right now. I'm just like right now, like, man, you blowing me right now. I'm good. And, you know, like, that makes her feel bad. Or, you know, the person start feeling like, dang, you know, like, you know, he might leave me or she might leave me. Like, I feel like I ain't did enough.
Yep.
So Bullet point 9. So now we're gonna talk about invalidating your feelings. So when we talking about this, DJ, like how does this like tie into key signs of emotional and physical abuse?
This is basically like it can lead to like feelings of like confusion, self-doubt, and a loss of self-worth.
Because like dismissing or like let's say like minimizing like your feelings is one way for like an emotional abuser to make you feel unseen, unheard, make you feel like you don't have a voice. They might even like accuse you of like being like dramatic or like you being just like overly sensitive. Like stop overreacting. You have to really sensitive right now. That's why I can't do this with you. And it might start making you think, dang, maybe I am, but no, really, you have a point. And it start bringing up insecurities now. You know what I'm saying? Now you start feeling like insecure about yourself. Maybe I am oversensitive. Maybe I am dumb. You say it all the time. I'm starting to really feel like I am. So they will attempt to underestimate your emotional experience, and then like they also will have like a reality where they just discourage you, express their true feelings towards you, and repeatedly invalidate this until they keep repeating this in your head till you feel like you're just self-worthless and you feel like you're just nothing.
Absolutely. And like also when it comes down to this bullet point, like they either gonna tell you how to feel, or the abuser is gonna purposely make you feel a different way than you actually feel.
Man,
and that's deep, dude.
No, like it's super deep because people feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what people go through.
Yeah.
If somebody over and over again, especially as a kid, and your parents keep calling you dumb, that's emotional abuse. Eventually, you ugly, you got a big nose, no one's gonna want you. You're gonna start thinking that way. All your confidence will just start being shot. And if you're not strong to say, nah, screw that. Like I know I'm better than what you're saying I am. Everybody don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, like that's a deep, man. Like yo, like I mean that's deep.
Yeah.
But the last bullet point, man, making you feel guilty for their behavior.
Yeah.
So this tie in again from like blaming you for their problems and feelings.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to say it's common for emotional abusers to twist or change situations to assume responsibility for their own behavior or anger because once again, they don't like to take accountability.
Yep.
So I gotta say, I'm not like this. You may be this way.
Yep. Basically, like you basically said it, Al. Like I call it the "you made me do it" syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, like they always use that when like they do something and they don't want to hold themselves accountable for that particular action. And when that action actually happens, then the person that's getting abused be like, why did you do that? And they be like, well, you made me do this. You made me feel this way. And the reason why I felt this way is because of this, and that. And that's why I reacted the way that I reacted and not taking accountability for their own actions.
And then also, too, this create vicious cycles of what like abusers do. They may make you feel compelled to either change your behavior or it's like a level of manipulation. They use the sense of guilt, responsibility for their conduct. So it's just what they do.
Yep.
It's, I smack you around or I hit you so hard in front of your family and your friends. Most of my friends ain't gonna play that. You hear my sisters going down, but
yeah,
like everybody just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Because some friends don't be wanting to jump into it. They be like, whoa, like, man, like, like, bro, calm down. You think you're doing too much? Come up, I'll smack you too. You're like, dang. So, like.
Also, like, it makes them not want to change their behavior.
Right.
Because, like, they feel like you're egging them on to do that behavior, so they feel like they don't need to change.
No, need to change, but maybe you need to change. So
yeah.
You changing stuff about you that you never did before.
Yeah.
Or, when instance, you start wanting a messy bun. Now your friends looking at you. Girl, that ain't you. You always kept your hair done. No, it's just the way Donnie likes it. Girls, you need to leave him. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, here it goes. So, but these are, let's talk about the Alan and DJ's final thought, man. So, DJ, what's your final thought to the people out here who's going through these things today, man?
Like all these bullet points that we talked about are like red flags. And if you see any of these red flags, like try to seek help to see like y'all could salvage the relationship, or if it's a way where like y'all could still have a mutual separation to where like y'all both have an understanding that the situation didn't work out or y'all relationship didn't work out, but y'all could still be mutual friends. But if it gets to the point to where like abuse is involved, then you need to get out of that situation and seek help and seek therapy or try to get the other person to seek therapy at a particular point.
Fair enough, DJ. You know, I say like the steps that you could take towards support and healing is like, before you address any emotional abuser in a relationship, you know, like take the time to recognize these signs. You know, the signs of like isolation from family, consistent belittling you, blaming you for their thoughts and feelings and manipulation, and also seek help, because seeking help is brave to me. And also, it's necessary to find the strength to leave if you have to, and reach out to like trusted family and friends that you feel like you can talk to about your problems, or even go seek professional help from guidance and support that, you know, what you have from your family and friends. And once you do that, you just became the very best version of yourself. Now, this is the Alan and DJ Show. You can find the Alan and DJ Show at gmail.com. If you have any questions about what you want us to talk about next, you can also find the Alan and DJ Show on Facebook on our fan page, and you can also find us on YouTube at the Alan and DJ Show, or the Sun Prairie Media app, 103.5 The Sun. And you can also find our best in-house producer, man. Trust me, you gotta get up with him in the future. William J. Smith, Instagram, Facebook, or yours truly, Alan Hutchinson, Instagram and Facebook. And until next time, man, watch out for these key signs of emotional abuse, because, you know, like only cowards hit women, and women who hit men, you a coward too. And stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.